Welcome to this episode of Love That For You, the podcast where we dive into the stories that shape us and celebrate the moments that make us who we are. I'm your host, Morgan Leatherwood, a Charlotte-based professional photographer with a passion for genuine connections. Get ready for a conversation that's both lighthearted and deeply insightful. As we journey through each episode, you'll witness the power of storytelling in its purest form. Whether we're discussing pivotal life moments, overcoming challenges, or celebrating achievements, every story will leave you saying, "Love that for you." It's a phrase that encapsulates our genuine enthusiasm for the triumphs of others and the joy that radiates from their successes. You could be anywhere, listening to anything, but you're here, and I love that for you. Hey friends, before we jump into our conversation, I just wanted to remind you, if you don't know already, I actually host another podcast called Queen City Connect. This is a podcast that celebrates the dreamers, the doers, and the change makers of Charlotte, North Carolina. If that sounds like something that would interest you, I would love for you to go check it out on any podcast platform, even the one you're listening to right now. We would absolutely love that. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, rate and review, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. We also have an Instagram page that you can follow along to see who all of the incredible small business owners and nonprofits and creatives that make up Charlotte, North Carolina are at. So if that sounds like something you would enjoy, we would love for you to listen in. Thanks, everyone. You look beautiful today. Oh my gosh. I mean, you're always beautiful, but you just like have an extra little glow.
Well, thank you. I'm wearing a Nuuly dress, so that automatically just
I would be more shocked if you weren't wearing a Nuuly dress than if you were.
I'm ready to send it back, though, get my next little batch going.
Yeah. How often do you keep things from Nuuly? Like, can you give us like a percentage?
Yeah, 1%.
Okay.
I've kept one thing, and it's so special. It was a Laura Ashley collab with Urban Outfitters, and it's this light blue dress that has puffed sleeves, a nice square neckline, which I love a square neckline, empire waist, and then it's flowy at the bottom, but comes up to right above the knee.
Yeah.
So in my mind, it's sort of like highlights good areas.
Yes.
Conceals.
It also sounds like such a unique piece you would not like go looking to find. And also maybe if you found it, you'd be like, that wouldn't look good on me. And so you wouldn't choose it.
I think I would probably think it would be too cutesy hanging up. And the side of me that just wants to be, frugal. Yeah, would say, you really don't need something like this. How often are you going to wear it? But it is so pretty. So I kept that. Other than that, the frugalista in me sends everything back. I'm like, I got my wear. Yeah. It's going back. And if I love it enough, I can just re-rent it.
Right. But okay. And then how long do you get to keep the box? Like how long do you have that dress?
1 month.
Okay. So you can wear it so many times. So you're like, as cute as it is, you're ready to give it back because you want the new thing.
Yes, and I'm not typically like this past time. I did get a camel colored sweater, which is the kind of thing that would be a great closet staple. But most of the time, I'm getting things like this that are loud, big prints, big patterns, where I just think,
but still classy.
I love it. That's kind of my desired mix. Something that kind of stands out, but keep it classy.
Hey, listen, I love that. And if Nuuly wants to sponsor this podcast, I would welcome them with open arms.
Bring it on. Ooh, that closet of yours would be popping.
Right? Well, I just feel like I just purchased too many things that I only wear once. This would be a great option for me to have
100%
more things that's not collecting in my closet that I'm not going to wear again.
And I think as a photographer, it's such a fun tool for your clients to have.
Here you are convincing me.
Listen, because when they come to you and they say, we are so lost, we hate everything in our closet right now, what should we wear for our family photographs? You also know they may not want to be putting, a couple $100 in outfits, but that would be a great way for them to rent.
Still get the Anthropologie dress without purchasing it, wearing it one time. Yeah. I do love me some Anthropologie dresses. We
all do. And I wore a cashmere sweater yesterday that had a big yellow smiley face on the front, and it said, "Thank you, have a nice day." Guess how much that bad boy was? $328. And it came to me with the tag still on. And with Nuuly, you're allowed to take the tags off. You wear it once, you send it back. Morgan, would I ever buy?
How are they making money?
Somebody's paying full price for that.
Who's agreeing to give them their full price clothes knowing
It ain't me.
I mean, Nuuly must be paying these companies well.
I think so. Or I think it's, things that didn't sell. Shocker. A $328 whimsical sweater did
Because
not.
unless you have that conversation with someone, I'm just seeing you wear the Anthropologie dress. I don't know where you got it.
That's
but
right.
now, if we don't have this conversation, I might be driving to South Park to go get the dress.
100%.
Which I've done before.
Now you're going to pay $98 a month and you're going to rent it plus 5 other items.
Okay. If the real estate thing doesn't work out, just go be a partner with Nuuly.
I'm ready. Listen,
or just do that now. I feel
can
like
do
you crush
both.
it. You can do all the things. I can think of no better way to start this conversation. I haven't even introduced you yet, but like for sure that's going in the podcast.
We went in with fashion.
This is what people care about. This is what people care about, especially with the holidays coming up. I'm even thinking like that could be like a fun thing to purchase, like a subscription for somebody for the year.
Oh,
like,
you can definitely gift a Nuuly subscription. Yes.
Great idea.
Yeah,
great
brilliant.
Idea. It's like the Kiwi Co for adults.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I love me some
Too.
KiwiCo. Okay, April Robson, you are here in studio, and I am so excited that you would take your busy schedule in life and press pause and come sit with me and talk with me.
It's an honor and a pleasure.
I'm so excited that you're here. How do we know each other?
Well, we met, I think I first met you at the Canopy pop-up curated by Canopy.
Okay.
And this was many canopies ago. But you had a photography setup.
Yes.
And we chatted for a few minutes, and then that was just kind of that. But I just remembered your name. And
Were you a vendor then too?
Then I was a shopper.
Okay.
2 times after that, I was a vendor.
Okay.
And then I saw you for one where you helped the event out with photography.
Yes.
And that's when I was like, she is doing the do. Because the last time I saw her here, a year before or so, you were talking about your photography business. And then they invited you to come in and take photographs there. And I was like, this girl is on fire. I just knew you had it going on. Now, after those quick little meets, then Awaken is what really kind of brought us together. So that was really special, being at your table and then just getting to know you, getting to know your heart, getting to know just kind of the real stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Awaken takes it out of you real quick.
Oh, real quick.
You get real quick.
Real boo-hooey some days. And just, it is a vulnerable place. Well, let me just rephrase it. It's a place that welcomes vulnerability.
Yeah. Like you want to be vulnerable and you're surrounded by others who are in that raw and real with you.
That's
right.
right.
Like, this is the place. If there's any place, this is the place.
That's right.
So good. Okay. So Canopy, Awaken, all these Charlotte places.
We were meant to be friends.
Obviously. Obviously. I'm so excited about it. So share with us, for anyone who doesn't know you, first of all, I'm sure so many people listening already do know and love you and follow you on Instagram. But if they don't yet know or follow you, what is your Instagram handle?
April.Robson.
Perfect. Simple.
Easy peasy.
Go follow April. She is always sharing incredible stuff. She shared this game recently. I purchased it.
It's addictive.
It's addictive.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you have a little bit of a gamer personality in you?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Same.
Yes. And it's been frustrating for me when I can't find others to play with me. So knowing that this was a game that I could play is literally called The Game.
The Game.
And you can play it with people or by yourself.
That's what I love about it, right?
Yeah.
That it's solitaire or multiple player.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Which I will say really fast, and then I promise I will stop talking because I want you to talk. When I played, if you've not played, just go with me. You won't know what I'm saying, but this is your like advice and hint section of what maybe not to do, because I'd never done it before. So I went in knowing you have to play 2 cards at a time before you can draw. You can never just play 1 and draw. Like you have to play 2, which can put you in a pickle sometimes.
It can.
I was like, okay, I've never done this before. I'm just going to play. If I have a card to play, I'm going to play it unless it's an outrageous difference. So I did it that way. And it worked for a while. I was able to find like the 10s where you can go up 10, down 10. So that was a huge help.
Yes.
But I mean, I went out way faster than I should have. Yeah. By doing it that way. But I'd never done it before. So I was like, I'm just going to try it and see what happens.
You have to learn. It's just like anything in life. The game is like a metaphor for life.
Listen, life is a game. The game is not.
It's so good though.
It is fun. It is fun.
Yes.
It's just something to keep your mind, because it's not a difficult concept. You're just looking at numbers and saying which one is higher and which one is lower.
Absolutely.
But it's just getting you to not be scrolling on your phone.
I love that it takes my face out of a phone.
Yeah.
I also love, I've got little kids watching me at home. I love that they see me doing something that's not looking at a phone. That's important to me. And I fail at that more times than I succeed. But yeah, it is so cool, so fun. It's easy to teach. It's fast paced. Do you have it in your Amazon storefront?
I do have it in my Amazon storefront. Which I just made an Amazon storefront yesterday.
This is...
Oops, didn't know I was supposed to have that. My bad. I have the affiliate. I'm a part of the affiliate program. We could talk about this all day long because I'm part of the affiliate program. I just created the storefront. I'm really excited. Are you deep linking things?
No. One of my friends said that the other day and I was just like...
You need to be deep linking.
There's another thing that I need to be doing.
It takes literally 0.2 extra seconds from what you're already doing, but it just secures...
Okay.
Somebody's listening who is going to be like, Morgan, you're wrong, in which case, please correct me. Because I have a friend who came over yesterday and she's making a lot of money on Amazon, on YouTube, on all the things. Like she just knows how to do it. And so she's like, Morgan, you got to do all these things. She made the comment, if you're not deep linking. So for example, if you are an Amazon affiliate, you click the link, copy it, and then you put it on Instagram, wherever you want to sell it. And then when somebody clicks that link, you're going to earn a commission. Yes. It's great. It's a great way to support local. If somebody puts something in their Instagram stories with links, go support them. That gives them 13 cents. But if we get a lot of people doing that, that can help pay for a lot of things.
And it doesn't cost you anything different.
Yeah, exactly. The problem is, I guess, statistically, they have found that if you simply put that affiliate link from Amazon into anywhere, it's very easy for that link to break. So if someone opens it and then gets a phone call or a text or goes to a different browser really fast, something could happen and it could just break the link.
Okay. I'm following so far.
So what happens is if you make $100 off of commissions, they're doing research saying you could have maybe made like $350, but several people's links were breaking, and so it never ended up coming back to you.
Okay.
So there are now companies who can create deep links for people. The one that I am currently using is called URL Genius.
Okay. I'm familiar with that one. Yes.
500 clicks are free.
Okay.
The first 500 times that people click, you're getting it for free.
Okay.
It is like a security that when they click it for the next 24 hours, it doesn't matter where they go, what they do. If they purchase anything through that link, you are guaranteed to make a commission and you'll just make more.
Okay.
Not more commission, but it's just the links won't be breaking.
Right.
And then after the 500, the company will start to charge you like per click.
A percentage or so. Okay.
But I mean, if you're making that commission back and more, then it's worth it.
I am definitely not opposed to it. I just needed somebody kind like you to be like, girl, you got to do this.
And I'm hearing this from real life friends who I trust.
Yes.
Saying this, and I trust them. So everyone listening can trust me.
It's coming from a legit source.
It's coming from a legit source, and we're all here. Have you heard about the Amazon video reviews?
No. Okay. Morgan, I knew that this
have a friend
was going to be.
This is not the direction I thought this podcast would go, but I think we need it.
Yes.
Follow me. The same friend who talked about the deep links.
Okay.
She's just getting all the shout outs today.
Love it.
Her friend introduced her to Amazon video review. So you know how you can go on Amazon and you can just write a review for a product?
Yes.
Lots of people do it.
Let me just say, I love the video reviews.
Yeah.
I watch them.
So video reviews are a newer concept, and you can, through the Affiliate Creator Hub program, create videos that are anywhere between 30 seconds and a minute and a half or 3 minutes, I think. And if people watch the video and then purchase the product, you're getting commission off of that. So it doesn't matter if they have your link at all. If they're just watching your video, clicking your video, and then purchasing the product. So now this is a global, worldwide thing. Okay, my friend's friend makes $20K a month
off of video.
Doing Amazon video reviews. And I almost feel like maybe we should cut this because I don't want everyone now to go make videos because I want to do it. I mean, my whole life is from Amazon.
I know.
And what's neat about it is, so my friend said, here's what's cool about it. I went and did a review for a product that I have. And she's like, sometimes people won't watch. Other times you'll get thousands of watches. And then, she's making hundreds of dollars. She said, what's neat about it though, is it's not just products you necessarily own. She said, I did a product review the other day and the owner of the product emailed me and said, hey, loved your energy on that review. We actually have 5 other products. Could we, for free, mail them to you? You can keep them and then just make videos and we'll give you 8% commission off of anyone who buys the product that watches your video.
Done and done.
So like it just keeps growing.
Yes.
And when you continue to make videos, all of your past videos are still there for the end of time. You will just be making passive income for the rest of your life. Why not?
You had me at passive income. I feel like passive income is something, it's such a buzzword right now. It's such a hot topic. Everyone wants to know, but there are so many opportunities out there that people just don't know about.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I ever want to do, and I think I'm very clear about this on my social channel, is know that when you are here, if I'm talking about something, it is because I love it with a capital L.
I own what's in my storefront, which is embarrassing because there are thousands of things in that storefront, but I own them and I love them if I put them in there.
If you ever want to open that up a little bit, sometimes people want inspiration and sometimes you can't order something in fast enough to be able to review it and put it in your storefront. But I have in my storefront an area that is more so for just inspiration, like Christmas decorating inspiration. And then that way it's me letting people know, hey, can't 100% vouch for this, but this also passes the vibe check. Like it's curated. It's,
Same family of what we know we love and can
That's
trust.
right. That's right. But I also love with other things in my storefront, it being very crystal clear that I own this, have it, love it. Like one of my storefront topics or themes is guy stuff I bought for Ian. So that way they know I bought this for my husband.
Yep.
He likes it. It got the seal of approval. It did not get returned.
Yep.
And because guys can be really difficult to buy for, whether it's a dad, a partner, whatever, they're just hard to buy for.
Yeah. I feel like my parents are so hard to buy for. I feel like we're all kind of in this, if we need it, we get it. Or I don't know. It's just difficult.
Gift giving now is really different than what it was like 10 years ago, I'll say. And really the Amazon era has just really made us say, we can get this right now. Why wouldn't we? And so we don't even think about it.
Right.
And I feel like around this time of year is when I'm constantly saying to my husband, before you hit buy now on Amazon, please give me an opportunity to know what's on your wish list.
Yes.
Do not just buy them.
Yeah.
Why did you just get
have
a new robe?
Growing wish list on Amazon of you know what, Morgan, we're not going to buy it. We're going to add it to the wish list.
Yes.
And I have started passing out my wish list to my family members and just being
they want it.
Hey, y'all, I would love some new golf balls. So if you want to drop $50, here are the packs that I would like. You know what I want. Done.
That's right. Yes.
So I love it. Amazon. What would we do without it?
I know.
Okay. Well, if anyone's listening and has any advice, please, or you need to fact check us, or you have additional questions, come to the Love That For You podcast DMs and let us know what your thoughts and questions and advice are, because we are all ears, because we're all in this together. I feel like there are a lot of people, especially in Charlotte, like my Charlotte women friends, who are on all different spectrums of this influencer affiliate marketing life.
That's right.
So we're all just kind of learning from each other. And some people I'm y'all are crushing it and your graphics are incredible and everything's great. And I'm over here I'm not really that, but I'm interested in it just because I love the money side of it. So I just think it's so fascinating and cool.
It is so fascinating and so cool. And it's a great feeling, at least for me, knowing that I shared something and that people actually bought it.
Yes.
It's a satisfying feeling to think, wow, they believe me, they trust me. I love that feeling.
Yeah, it's so good. Mm-hmm. Well, April, let's hear a little bit more about you and what you're doing now when you're not being the incredible affiliate marketer for all the things and getting your Newly boxes. What are you spending your time doing right now? And what has your past careers, what is the story of April?
Oh gosh. Whew. Okay. Well, I'm in my 40s era. So I'm 41. I'll be 42 in about a month. I'm a January 1st baby.
Wow.
So that really guarantees you a very fun birthday always.
Were you born in the morning?
I was born in the afternoon, but I was the first baby born in Richland County in South Carolina. So my parents got the hookup. They got prizes. They got a feature in the newspaper of them holding newborn baby cool. April. They did not get the tax deduction for that year, though. That ends December 31st.
Oh, wow. That's funny. Okay.
They make sure to always remind me of. Yes.
Pros and cons.
So life in my 40s has been awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe in some ways looks a little different than what I thought it would, but ain't that life for you? That's how it goes. I was born in South Carolina, lived all the way there through my college years. I went to Furman in Greenville, and then I moved here to Charlotte, and that's it.
Carolina girl.
I'm a Carolina girl, but I feel like I'm probably not that traditional Southern girl in a lot of ways. I love some Southern traditions, and other ones I might not necessarily fit in that box. Okay. And I'm okay with that.
Okay. Question about your going back to being in your early 40s now. Can you give like either a word or a sentence to define like your 20s and your 30s and now your 40s?
Ooh. I love this question. I don't want to get it wrong for you, Morgan. So let me just think here.
Yeah.
20s energy. That my 20s were just high energy fun. I had a really good time in my 20s. I was living here in Charlotte after graduating, lived with the sweetest girlfriend before I lived by myself. And everything that we did, we just did big and had a lot of fun. 30s, well, gosh, I got married at 29. So 30s, I would say settling. Oh, wait. That can be.
I got married, so I settled.
Hang
on.
May I explain?
Context is key.
Yes, may I explain? I mean settling in the fact of just settling into my new role, settling into what life looked like. And so not the bad connotation of settling, but really just saying, okay, I need to figure out what I'm doing job-wise. I worked for a while at that point in corporate wellness. So I worked with a company. We would go into large companies and help them with their wellness programs. I would not say that I was that great at it, but I loved cheering people on. I loved cheering them on with their health goals and just being in front of employees and jazzing them up. Once I had my first child and we really just said, okay, this is really hard with the travel, we made the decision to come back, and at that point I just stayed at home. And then I got bored. So I had to find other little things to do.
Like, this isn't good. I've got to do something.
Yes, I needed something else. And so I would say that my life in my 30s was just sort of settling into who I was, what I needed to be as a wife, as a
lot of like identity stuff.
A lot of identity stuff. Yes. And 40s I'm not so far into it right now, but this may sound cheesy, but almost an awakening, because I realized during this time that a lot of what I thought I was setting up for my life didn't really happen. It didn't really go that way, and sort of figuring out, well, what does it look like and how do I want that to look in my life? What's important to me? What sort of legacy do I want to leave for my children?
That's so insightful. And I love hearing that. I'm 31, so I'm like right at a decade behind you. So this is really good too, because for me, like 20s was like party, have fun.
Yes.
All the fun things. And then I already feel like I'm literally only 31 and I love it. I just feel more secure in who I am and like, okay, this is what we're doing. Let's do it. And I just like want to go 100% in what I believe the Lord has called me to do. But I don't want to get to 40 and be like, you put your priority on the wrong thing, or you thought, or you chased this and it didn't matter. Like, I want to almost live that way now, so I don't feel that when I'm in my 40s, So that's encouraging hearing you just chat through all of that, of like what truly matters. Because I feel like you've done that beautifully with your life and with your family, and your kids are adorable.
Thank you.
I love it. Okay. And then you went to Furman.
Yes.
What did you graduate with, and what jobs did you have coming out of college?
Would you believe that I was a Spanish major?
What?
Yes.
Really?
Claro que sí. I was a Spanish major with a concentration in Latin American studies. So that
How? What?
I know. It has nothing to do with my life right now, which is so sad. When people ask me,
it's okay, seasons.
I know, seasons. Are you fluent? Do you use it all the time? No, but I love ordering in Spanish when we go to Mexican restaurants. So I think really when I look back on why did you do this? Why did you put your time, your effort, your energy, and your parents' money into this? A Spanish major. But I think when I look back on it, it makes so much sense because I love communicating with people. And I started off when I was in 7th grade. I took French. I took French in 8th grade.
Okay.
Then I went to high school and I started taking Spanish classes. I had a phenomenal Spanish teacher. Teachers are the best. They deserve all the praise. They can truly mold someone's life. And I had the kind of teacher who just breathed energy and vitality into me as a learner of the Spanish language.
Wow.
And so I did that in high school. And then I took a few more French classes in high school as well.
Yeah.
Then when I went to Furman, I went in as a health and exercise sciences major.
Okay.
Quickly let that go when science got hard. And then I had been taking Spanish, of course, finished out my Spanish, took a few more French classes, and then started taking Italian classes as well. And even though I haven't retained as much as I really, really wish that I had, I think it all truly does stem from that desire to just communicate with people and to connect with them and almost just sort of defeat a couple languages and be like, this will not be a barrier between me and other people.
Wow.
When I'm ordering my chimichanga.
Because saying chimichanga is not enough. I will say it with the little accent.
Chimichanga, yes.
Okay, so your degree is in Spanish. And then did you ever teach? Like, did you have a plan of how you were going to use that?
No, looking back on it now, I wish that I would have either pursued an education degree as well or partnered with a private school, and just somehow gotten into that. I love kids. I think I would have made a good teacher. I think I would have really liked it.
For sure you would.
But life just took a different turn when I thought, well, I'm just going to start working with a family friend's business. So my first job out of college was working with a car broker. So basically like an automotive personal shopper. I was a matchmaker between people who wanted whatever car they wanted and then finding that car. And
great. Do you offer that service for people?
I wish. I wish. I do like to lay in bed at night and think, all right, who can I set up? And you know what's funny is I feel like that's a reason too why now with me, I'm currently in real estate school. I am taking the classes. I'm doing the work. And part of me feels like a matchmaker between people and their dream homes.
That's perfect.
So I think I just haven't matched up that couple yet.
It's okay.
But
I'm waiting, but it's
I'm
fine.
working on it. And guess what? I was paired up with Ian that way. Did you know that?
Like somebody match made you?
Yes, a mutual friend.
I love that. Mm-hmm. You know what? Maybe a really good-looking single guy who happens to be, 34, has a great job, great credit score, really purpose-driven. He's ready to buy a house, and he comes to you, and you say, I'm about to make your dreams come true because I have a house ready for you. There is someone living in it. They will stay living in it, and you will live in it with her, and you'll get married.
And I'm just going to say, what's your faith system?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
100%.
100% got to ask that up front. Details.
Things realtors maybe shouldn't ask their clients.
But I have some questions. Like you're filling out the form, and he'll be like, I've never been asked this question when I've been house shopping before. Oh, no, it's new. We just added it this year. I do need to know, do you have any prior children?
Yes.
Do you smoke? Are you a drinker? What is your scale from 1 to 10? How much are we drinking?
That's right.
And he'll be like, I really don't see how this is necessary. It is, sir. Please just tell me.
It doesn't have anything to do with this house, but trust me.
Yeah. I do need your Instagram handle.
That's right. That's right. We're going to deep dive on you.
That's so funny. Yes. Okay. Love it. So now you're pursuing all the real estate stuff.
Yes. It has been a joy and a pleasure to be a student again after 20 years.
Yeah. So. Which you said before we started recording, and I was like, I love that for you because I did my time. And we did say too, I learn every day about podcasting and photography. Yes. So when you learn about what you're interested in, it's so that's so different. So I love that you are like interested in this. Like that is the type of learning that we should never stop doing. Like find what you're interested in and just go hard on it.
Well, right now I'm learning about septic systems. So I'd say that would be a little, maybe less than ideal. However, with that said, the fact that I still feel passionate about learning about it says something. It is very interesting. And I also think we are going to be buying homes. Yeah. Okay. We are a society that lives in houses. Yep. And even if I don't sell a single home or help a single client purchase a home, at least I'm learning a lot of knowledge that I think will help Ian and me to buy real estate in the future. Yeah. Because we probably won't be in our current house forever and ever. But when we do get to that point that we're looking, I'm going to have lots of tools in my tool belt. So I like that.
Yeah. I love just the idea of always having something in your pocket of this is going to help us, maybe not even in this season, but maybe in 3 seasons from now, it'll still be good and profitable. And like everything you're learning now, like is so good just to have that knowledge. Also, I'm convinced you will help so many people and sell so many houses. You just have like this like real estate like vibe to you of just like, let me sell you homes. I love it. I need to take a headshot photo of you and we'll blow it up really big so that when we put, those stakes in the ground, like it'll just be that blow up photo of you.
I only have one request. Yes. I don't want to be crossing my arms in the real estate photo.
We won't do that.
I feel like they always do that.
And maybe we don't do a blazer either.
I'm okay with no blazer.
I love blazers.
If it's hot pink,
it's just
we might be able to talk. But I'm not going to wear a navy blazer.
We're not going to go with the status quo.
And cross my arms.
Yeah. No.
It ain't me.
Do you know John Mulaney?
No.
He's a comedian.
No.
I can't completely endorse everything he does because he does have some language.
He's spicy.
He's a little spicy, but hysterical. If you like comedy and have not heard of him, go check him out. Hysterical. And he has some specials on, I think, Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, on Netflix. I've seen him live once or twice.
Ooh.
It just... so funny. He has a bit about being a realtor and like how realtors always like have this like mom energy. And you need to watch that segment.
I am there.
He's like talks about like Taken. So he's like the realtor and he's walking in with this new couple and he walks in and he's like, this room would be nice maybe for a nursery. And they're like, we don't have children. He's like, I know, but you just never know. You just never know.
That stork's going to come dropping off a baby.
Yeah, exactly. So funny. So April, I have a question for you. What I love about you is I feel like you have so much just like joy radiating from you at all times. But like I know life has not been 100% great to and for you as it's not been to any of us. Like we all go through hard things, but you have this joy about you. And I really honestly look up to you and want to have what you have. And I know the simple answer is like, it comes from the Lord because I do believe that, but I don't know. I just want to know, how do you have that sense of joy? What is a piece of encouragement you could give to somebody who life right now doesn't look like you mentioned before of like your 30s didn't look how you thought it would. Somebody's sitting here thinking, my life is not super great right now. It's not turning out how I thought it would. I'm not using my degree I thought I would, X, Y, and Z, but they want to have joy. What kind of advice could you give to them? Because I just feel like you walk around and are just always smiling, and it's not even a happiness. Like it's more than that. How do you have that, and how can we have that?
Thank you for saying that. That is so kind. I have always been a naturally optimistic person. And life is so funny, right? You think sometimes when you see people going around and smiling and joyful, in a way, you're kind of thinking, bless their heart, they've never had to walk anything rough. For us, life did take a big, big turn. Now, when I have 3 children. I have 2 left here on earth, and you know them. You have photographed them. They are something special. Camille and Lachlan.
Oh, they're so cute.
So cute. Now, between Camille and Lachlan is our daughter, Charlotte, and we lost her 2.5 years ago when she was 5. So she would be 7.5 today. And life was looking so good for a while, Morgan. I had 3 babies, and they were stair-step babies. And Lachlan was my little surprise whoopsies baby. And for a while, I thought, oh my gosh, we just got a surprise on our doorstep and we were not expecting that. And how can you look at my situation now and not just think, wow, the plan was already in action. It was in action before we knew it, because when Lachlan was 6 weeks old, that's when we heard the news that our middle daughter had a terminal genetic diagnosis. And it rocked our world. It was not, I also knew it was not the kind of thing that I could just tie a pretty little pink bow around and say, it's fine, I'm fine, everything's fine. Something really bad was happening in our family. And the fire that was lit inside of me then is something that we've also talked about at Awaken, is that as females, we have so much power to set the temperature of what's around us. And I take that role very seriously as a mom. And so I thought, not only for my darling Charlotte, who has just had this diagnosis, and we kept her well and taken care of and thriving as much as we could for 3 years until the illness did take her away from us. But I really wanted her to see me smile. I really wanted Lachlan and Camille to see me smile. I took that role so seriously, and I wanted that to be even the legacy that I left as a mom, as a wife, that life is not always going to look the way that we want it to. And we can walk through some of the hardest times. You can still find joy and happiness. I know that that is such a cliche. I even searched for a few different words in my head to use instead of that because of how cliche it can sound, but there really is a lot to be thankful for. And I believe that my Shari is watching me now. I really do believe that she is watching me. And so that gives me even more of a fire lit in me to continue leading a life of happiness, of gratitude, of positive reflection. These are things that are just really very deeply important to me.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh,
it's encouraging just to hear how the balance and the counterbalance of hard and good at the same time, that is what it will forever be. We will always be in the middle of the hard and the good, and to different extremes in different seasons of life. There might be more hard or more good, but just hearing you talk, like even in the hardness, and that's not to say that you can't be sad about it and you can't grieve about it and you can't show up in front of your kids saying, Mom's really having a hard day today, and let them see you crying. Because I do think that there's a place for that too, of them to like be able to see other people processing that grieving process too. I've not found myself in this scenario, but I feel like I have heard of stories where it's, I have to be strong for my kids. I have to be strong for my kids. And there is good in that. But also your kids are going to grow up to be emotional adults. And it's like they've needed to see healthy grieving to them themselves become healthy emotional beings.
I'm not here to create little robots. That's not my purpose as a mom. Kids who have blank stares and say, it's fine, only weak people cry. That's the opposite of what my job is to do. And my therapist, oh gosh, I love therapy. This could be a whole new topic and tangent here, but my therapist did really say it is very important for them to see that mom has emotions too. Yeah. Otherwise, they're going to feel embarrassed to let theirs show, and you certainly don't want that. So yes, my kids absolutely see me sad. They see me cry. And some great advice that I got from someone one time, she said, the way that she talked to her child was, she said, yes, mommy is sad, and I appreciate you being here with me. It makes me feel better to have you here with me. And also, I don't need you to try to fix the way that I'm feeling right now, because then that lets your other child or children know that they don't have to, the weight of the world of, I need to make mom feel better is not on them. So that's important. I think that modeling that to my children is, for me, the way that we remember Shari in our house. We talk about her every day, and we say her name a lot. And that is by design, because I want them to know that we can sometimes talk about how we're sad. We can sometimes talk about funny things that she did. Ooh, I got some stories on that. We can talk about the beautiful ways that our life has been touched by her, and that even if I get tears in my eyes, that it's not something that we have to, Mom's not going to go running into her bedroom and slam her doors and cry. No, I'm going to cry right here. And if you have some tears too, that's fine. We'll make a cup of hot tea. We'll be okay.
We all got our hankies.
We got our hankies. Oh, I know. I love a handkerchief. I do. I have some old school parts of me, and that started when I got some handkerchiefs from my late grandparents. And so being able to now give friends handkerchiefs is just like...
I love it. It's my first handkerchief I've ever owned, I think.
See? It will hold all your tears.
I love it.
Never wash that thing.
Perfect. Yeah, that was also new to me. I was like, oh, okay. I'm here for this. I love it.
Yes.
What is your favorite thing about each one of your three kids?
Oh, well, Camille just
Because they sound like they're all three very different.
Oh, they are so different.
Yes.
They are so different. Okay, Camille just has this big magnetic personality. And
I feel like I might see a little bit of myself in Camille.
100% yes.
Okay, great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm looking right now at a sneak preview of Camille in so many years. So she's 9, she's in the 4th grade, and she wants, a Stanley, an Apple Watch, all the Kendra Scott.
My girl.
I mean, listen, she is just a girl who always is looking forward. She always wants to look ahead. Sometimes I don't want to dampen her spirit, but I also know how quickly the world moves, and I just want her to be a girl. Well, I still want her to have a doll baby, but that ship has sailed. So
living in the moment is good too, because I am a very future-oriented person that sometimes I can think so far ahead that I'm not looking around me right now. And it's like the people and the things and the opportunities, so it's good to have both of those. So that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. She is a big fun personality. She's never had a teacher who hasn't just said, wow, she is something else. Yeah. And I love that. She will stick her hand up in the air and ask a question, and she will tell it how it is. Okay. And I like that. Now, Shari, my middle, when she was here with us on Earth, she had the most beautiful, sparkling eyes that I just got lost in those eyes so many times. She smiled with her whole face. You know what I mean? And she had a sweetness about her that was just such a gift. And I think so many people saw it, and it was a unique pairing with her spicy older sister, and Ian and I used to say a lot, when the girls are older, because remember, in our plan, we were just having 2 girls and that was our life. When the girls are teens, Camille is going to ask us to drop her off at the movie theater or the mall. And then Charlotte's just going to say, I think I'll just go out and have sushi with y'all. And that was the sort of dichotomy between the two. But Shari, those who knew her sweetness and her just soft demeanor. It was something to behold. Now, Lachlan, boy, that gift right there, I cannot believe that we have Lachlan. And he was just such a happy little distraction from some of the heart that we were walking through with Shari when she was sick. And he is funny, and he's just such a deliciously gross little boy that just... He loves to stick his hands in dirt. He loves picking up worms and bringing them to me. He is just happiest when he is muddy.
Yes.
And I love that.
We have to retell the story as best as we can. When I was at your house with the Awakened girls, I think it was just you, me, and Miranda at that point. And Miranda was talking about something, and I don't know exactly what she said. She said a word. And I don't know if it was even like, quote unquote, a bad word, but she said it. And then she was like, oh, Lachlan's here, I shouldn't say that. And then she was like, oh, sorry, that was a stupid thing for me to do. Right. And then Lachlan comes around the corner and goes, I heard you say a bad word. And Miranda's
We're all thinking about
he heard her say this word, which was not an appropriate word for children to hear. And he goes, you said stupid.
Right. It was like maybe a light little cuss word that she had said before that, and that was over his head. But the fact that she said stupid, he is so, that's what life with Lachlan is like. He's so funny.
That made me laugh so hard that's what he caught. And at first we're all like, oh no, we heard it.
Oh no.
She said stupid. So funny. Oh my goodness. I love it. Yes. Well, I feel like we've covered a lot of ground. Is there anything that you want to say that we haven't yet said or anything that you'd like to share?
You know what? I just want to say that we are, and I know you just do such a great job of highlighting the beautiful community that we're in, the city of Charlotte, especially through Queen City Connect. But we just are truly so lucky to live in such a beautiful, beautiful community, because I would be remiss to say, after telling all of that story about what it was like under our roof, I would be remiss to miss out on saying a lot of what we got through was not just coming from a mom who tried to be joyous. A lot of it was coming from beautiful support from the community. There are people here, you know, my best friend, Sarah, who just dropped everything and was right there with us from the first moment of diagnosis to the last moment. She was just boots on the ground, and to know Sarah Verardo is to love that is the way that she operates. I had my girlfriends who just did so much. I had perfect strangers who loved on our family so, so well. And that is the type of community that we're in. It is part a mom who wants to be joyous and who wants to set the tone for her family. And it is part a lot of help from a lot of friends.
We weren't meant to live alone.
We weren't. And that was proven to me in a very strong way.
Yeah. I love this community too.
Yeah.
Every day I'm like, I feel like I'm more and more just in awe of the people here.
That's right.
Just the kindness of everyone. I love it. Well, the final question that I'm going to ask you is, because the show is called Love That For You.
Yes.
What are you loving right now that you just have to tell us about? We have to know about it. And it can be more than one thing if you want.
I do have more than one thing.
Okay, great. Great.
I have two. The first thing, I love a candle warmer. And Morgan now has a candle warmer.
Woo-woo!
I've got one in my office. Let me tell you, this is a small thing with a big impact. And I love finding a small thing with a big impact.
Yeah, people might say the same thing about us.
I hope so. These are not only beautiful, but so functional. And I have put one, as I'm studying right now and spending so much time in front of my laptop, I found that you have to create an ambiance around you that makes you crave being in that room. So I have a nice blanket. I have a heated foot massager under my desk. I have the great pillows, all of the things. And I have my candle warmer. So it's just this little gorgeous lamp that sits down on your desk. And then underneath that, you put whatever candle you want. There is no lighter needed. You are not dealing with an open flame. It just warms up the candle and at the same time puts the whole scent out. In your home or in your room is one of my favorite things. And it's so darn pretty. And you know what else? This has been a new thing for me.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm 41, almost 42. And I have been driving since I was 15, 16, filling up my car with gas. And I am the kind of girl that lets it go all the way down.
Yeah.
And I mean past. Yeah. 0 miles left. Okay, I go past that.
You're in welcome company here.
Thank you. Thank you. This is what we do. I have a new thing that I've started, and I'm feeling very adultish, and it feels so good. I joined a car wash membership, and the car wash is right next to a gas station. And because I am so frugal, as I mentioned earlier, I feel like I need to make them hurt on the cost of the monthly car wash membership. It's only $15 a month, okay? So I need more than 2 car washes a month. What I have started doing that has been a game changer for me is that every Monday I drive up, I get my car washed, and then I drive next door, and however many gallons I need, whether it's a full tank or 3 gallons of gas, I go ahead and top off my car. And I have been driving around, Morgan, with my tank on full or nearly full, and I feel so proud of myself. It's a game changer.
I'm speechless.
It's a new way of thinking, right?
Yeah. Do you ever feel like, I know I just got the car wash, but I really, I'm so close to full, I just don't need to. You just, it doesn't matter. You just go?
For me, it's a package deal. Yeah. And viewing it as a package deal has just really empowered me. And
so are you getting your car washed every Monday?
Yes.
Okay. Exterior and interior?
I do that. It's a drive-through, and then I vacuum it out, but absolutely so, because again, I have mentioned that Lachlan's top hobby is playing in the dirt. So yes, the leaves, we're in prime season right now. The leaves are falling down. They get tracked into my car. Girl, I vacuum it all out and I fuel up on Mondays, and I feel so accomplished.
What a great way to start your week too.
Isn't it?
You drop the kids off and then go?
That's it. By myself. You can turn up that's
self-care right there.
It is.
That is mentally setting you up to have a successful week.
That's what it is. You turn up your volume. I've got my Beyonce going very loud as I'm vacuuming out the car. It's fun.
I love that for you.
Yes, thank you.
That's amazing. April, thank you for just chatting with me and being a friend in a pretend coffee shop studio.
Listen, can we do it again next week?
Yeah.
It was so good.
Monday.
Yes.
I'll meet you at the car wash.
After
I'll
the
bring
car
my
wash.
microphones.
That's right.
Hey, April, come over here.
I'll turn down my Beyonce for it.
Perfect.
Thank you, Morgan, for having me. This was a delight. You are wonderful.
And that's a wrap on today's episode of Love That For You. As always, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone who shares their incredible story with us. If this story resonated with you, don't hesitate to reach out and let them know. Remember, we're all about celebrating the victories big and small. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Keep spreading those positive vibes and saying, love that for you. Until next time, friends, I'm Morgan Leatherwood, reminding you to embrace your own story and find joy in the journeys of others.